Hello and welcome to my channel. We are on our way to Mackinac Island here in Michigan. And although this is a work trip for Bill, this is purely relaxation for me. And since I usually do what's for dinner videos and I won't be cooking this week, I decided to bring you all along with us. I also decided that since I will have some alone time that I would take that opportunity to update you on a little bit of things that have been happening in our world. When we arrived in Mackinac City, we hopped aboard the Miss Margie ferry over to the island. It was pretty chilly on this day, but I have to sit on the top deck, otherwise I get motion sickness.
He knows what he's talking about, and you will get wet. We consider Miss Margie the queen of our fleet, and she was proudly built in 2015, only 50 miles from here in Getaway, Michigan.
It's a pretty quick trip over to the island, but it sure does feel like it takes a while when you're freezing cold and getting whipped around by the wind. So I was pretty happy to have my feet back on land again. On the island, the only form of transportation that's allowed are the horse-drawn carriages, or you can ride a horse, a bike, or just walk. But since my foot surgery, I don't do a lot of walking, and so we relied on the horse-drawn taxis. We were put up at Mission Point for this trip, and we have stayed here before and always enjoyed it. And here's a little bit of the scenery on our way out to the hotel. And my foot was already feeling sore, so here I am elevating it while we are getting transported to our hotel. The room was furnished in a really nice neutral lakeside theme, which I really enjoyed. Being limited on mobility, I knew that I wouldn't be getting out and traveling around the island by myself very much, so I was happy that There were so many things that the hotel offered. And it was nice having a little directory for the hotel. There were so many things to do right inside the hotel, so I was not bored at all during my stay. And I'm just showing you around the hotel. It's a pretty basic bathroom with a tub and shower. The soaps were very nice, nice scented, lots of towels. Room service was great. And then we did have to get out that evening to go to the little grocery store that's down on the corner. So again, we took a taxi there and back. And it's really nice being out on the island after dark. Here we have our few bags of groceries, and that golf course that we passed on the way in is lit up at night, and I can't remember what it's called, glow golf or something like that. We did that the last time we stayed here, and it was super fun. Hi everyone, just thought I would hop on and say hello from Mackinac Island. We are here for a convention or a summit or whatever you want to call it for Bill's work. I'm just his +1, so that means I get to hang out in this beautiful hotel room. Here, I will switch it around and show you how I'm spending my day. So this is the view out our window. Maybe if I can get through the blinds here, I can show you. So we're staying at Mission Point in Mackinac Island. We're gonna go right through the blinds so I can show you. We have a wonderful view of the lake. And it always just reminds me of Dirty Dancing whenever we come here. The whole vibe is kind of set up like that. Okay, I had to stop filming and go answer the door because housekeeping knocked and asked if I needed anything. And we needed some more coffee, creamer and coffee for our machine. We did end up bringing our own coffee maker because they always give you like the little Keurig cups, and we drink so much coffee that we brought our own little cheapy 12-cup coffee maker. We bought it when we went camping last week, and so we just put it in one of our suitcases had our clothes in it, and then the other one had things like our fan and a coffee maker and some food and whatever for the fridge here, since we knew that I'd be spending a lot of time here in the room. But anyway, I wanted to like kind of update you guys on a couple of things that have been going on. We feel like we've had a really busy past couple of months. The foot surgery that I had in June just kind of really did something. It changed a lot of things in our house for us. Not in a really negative way. It's just that, you know, it wasn't easy to get out and do our gardening this year, and so we kind of feel like that kind of fell through the cracks for us. But you know, I've given myself grace. I'm like, okay, so this year was kind of a wash with that kind of stuff, where Bill's taking it a little harder. I know a lot of things fell on him to do this year because I wasn't, and I'm still not able to help as much as I normally would. I am able to walk and get around, but it doesn't take long before my foot starts hurting and I have to start taking it easy, kind of at the point where I was before the surgery with the actual foot pain, only it's a little worse now when it starts to ache. So I just listen to it and just take it easy when I have to. So some things that have been happening lately are when it was time to go back to work after I had my medical leave, I was kind of feeling like I needed a change. I worked, there we go. So first things first, I quit my job and I did give them notice, so it's something that I knew was going to happen, and so did they. I gave them a month's notice, and I just kind of kept that to myself as far as with family and on my channel and everything. But I was feeling like I just wanted to do something different, and I had a job offer. It was for a job that I have done before, and it was the job that I had before I started working for the company I was working for just recently. I was with them for 2 years, and the job that I had before I was at for 28 years. But during COVID, things changed, and I made a career change. I think it was just a time where everybody was kind of, for lack of better words, losing it. I know I did. During that time, we were considered essential workers, and so while some people were staying home, we weren't able to do that. So it kind of took a toll on me, and just some other things that I'm not going to get into. But I did make a change back in 2021, and I took another job, and so now fast forward to 2023. My old company was still interested in having me come back to work for them, so we negotiated some things, and I decided to go back. So I will be going back to that job on Monday. So by the time you see this, I will have already been started, I guess, maybe. Hopefully I get this uploaded before then, or by then. And so my husband also works for that company. It's actually how we met. Of course, I worked there first, and then he came along, but he has a higher position than what I'm going to, so that's why we're at this convention right now. It's for his job, not what I will be doing. But a lot of the people that are here at the hotel and that I'm seeing and having dinner with are people that I worked with before, so I've gotten a nice welcome back. It's been really good to see everybody, and so I'm looking forward to getting started and getting back at it. And it does sound like they're anxious and looking forward to that as well. So I was able to meet up with my new bosses and other people who work in administration. So that's been nice. And so basically that's what's going on right now. So we've had a lot going on. School started yesterday for Cameron, and we were here, so he had to stay with his mom this week. So his very first week of school, he is staying with his mom, and we're communicating by phone and FaceTime and all that. But sounds like he's having a really good first couple of days, and that makes us feel a little better about leaving him on his first week. But he's doing fine. It's not a new school or anything, and most of the teachers are the same. So he's not showing any signs of distress about it or anything, so that's good. We also have some grandkids that are starting school for the first time, like kindergarten and preschool. So that's a little bittersweet for everybody in the family. Like, how did they get so big so quick, you know? So anyway, I will be just hanging out here and enjoying some of this lake life. I don't know if you can see that behind me. I really did enjoy waking up to the beautiful sunrise over the water. I always do whenever we come up. It's about a 4-hour drive to Mackinac Island from where we live. It is really beautiful here. I'm very happy that living in Michigan, we have so many like beautiful bodies of water and beaches and things like that, and you wouldn't really think that you would, considering we're in the Midwest, but we have all of the Great Lakes that surround our state, so we always have somewhere to go for a vacation. And it's only like a 3.5-hour drive to get here, 4 hours, something like that. Anyway, I know that I've kind of been all over the place lately. There's been so much going on. I try to be a good grandma and spend time with my grandkids and my kids and working and finishing up at one job and getting ready to start another job, and just daily life and school starting and YouTube on top of the foot surgery and all of that stuff. So I've been a little off on my schedule lately. I'm hoping to get back to getting my videos up on Sundays. I do prefer it that way. I'm holding my camera, by the way, if you can't tell, but I forgot to pack my tripod. So anyway, we are looking forward to getting back to living life, a regular life, hopefully. We don't do well with change. And everything just seems to be changing right now. Even the weather is changing. It's freezing today. It's like 63 or 65 or something like that. And, you know, when we were at home just a couple days ago, it was like 90 something. So that's all over the place. And anyway, the cold weather's coming. It's bound to happen, especially here in Michigan. We get very cold weather. And so fall's on the way, and I hope that I'll be able to get some good content for you guys. But I just wanted to let you know what's been happening in my life with the job changes, and just kind of touch base a little bit. I know that I don't get on here very often and talk like this, but I kind of felt like I needed to, otherwise, you know, you might not really know what's happening in my world. So anyway, I am going to share as much as I can here at Mackinac as far as food goes, but like, I don't know if I was even saying it because I'm all over the place right now, but the food is catered, and I don't really want to whip out my camera and during dinner. I know that we are going to have one day to ourselves to celebrate our anniversary, which is tomorrow, Wednesday. And so maybe, you know, we'll go out to have a nice dinner alone, and I can share that with you. I hope that we get to see a lot more of the island on our own, and that'll be fun. It's Thursday, and it's our anniversary today. We have a sip and sail cruise planned for today, but it's been raining and storming all morning, and look at those big waves. I am hoping, honestly, just hoping that we're canceling that today. I don't want to be out on the water with those waves and that wind, and it's freezing cold. So hoping that we find a different activity that's more suitable for this type of weather. We were able to get away from the evening activities and go have an anniversary dinner by ourselves. We did get some good food at Horns Bar and Grill. Unfortunately, I forgot to film any of it until we were halfway through our meals, but he got a steak burrito and I got a mushroom Swiss burger. We also shared some spinach, artichoke, and crab dip. We did a little shopping around the island after we had our dinner. We picked up a massive amount of fudge. You know how it goes. I just had a little giggle when I was reading the labels on this. This one said, "Love a nut today." This is the chocolate walnut, which is my favorite, as you can tell. This is the chocolate cherry, some German chocolate, better than the cake. And let's see, this one is the turtle, slow good. And this one is peanut butter chocolate chip yum plus 1 equals yum. And looks like Bill has gotten into that one. And we just wanted to make sure that we had enough to take back home to share with the rest of the family. We also had to buy some sweatshirts because it was very cold while we were here. And so we went to this little store called Big Store with the little prices. And it did not disappoint. We got our sweatshirts for around $20, where most of the other stores, they were about $40 and up. And then I am just showing you a couple of the little swag items that we were given by the company. This was one that was sent for me, and then Bill had his swag bag, of course, which included this throw. We got so many candy and food items, I couldn't even show it all to you. Our sip and sail cruise was rescheduled for Thursday, so we headed on down to the dock and boarded our boat. It was very nice, all decked out with charcuteries and nice wicker furniture and blankets in case we got cold, which of course we did. It was really cold during our visit this time. But anyway, we got our 2 drink tickets and we snacked while our boat made its way around the island and up to the bridge. Coming into dock, we were met by some pirates. Not really, this is just another cruise that they offer at the island. But it looked really cool with all the fog that we were having that day. After our sip and sail cruise, Bill and I walked around the grounds at the hotel and just kind of went down to the beach and looked for rocks and just I finally made it to the Adirondacks, which in my mind before we even went on our trip was where I envisioned I would spend my time with a book. There were still people out that day, even napping on the lawn. But these are the kind of days that I actually like going to the beach just to relax and read a book, watch the waves, look for shells, that kind of thing. I don't like going to the beach when it's sweltering hot, so fortunately we didn't have to worry about that on this day. But we just spent a little time walking around and getting our land legs back before we had to go to dinner. Bill did find some really cool rocks, and I just sat and rested my foot for a while, and then we went in and freshened up and then joined the rest of our group again for another final dinner together. And this time I did whip out my camera, and here you see some truffle fries that Bill and I shared. He also had a side salad with his dinner, and he ended up ordering the whitefish. And this is some kind of spinach and artichoke tomato crown to go with it. I got a chicken and bacon Munster sandwich. We headed over to the mainland in Michigan City the next day. We made sure to stop at Audie's for lunch on our way out. I love their fish and chips. I think it is the best ever, and so I had a lemonade to go with mine, and Bill ordered his fish and chips with an order of onion rings, and here he is just squeezing some lemon on his fish. Normally we will do pasties when we're up north, but I really wanted this fish. I'd been talking about it for days before we even left to come up north, and I wanted to make sure that we got it before we went back, as we probably won't come up this way for at least another year. Anyway, Audie's is located right by the bridge in Mackinac City, not on Mackinac Island. And whenever we come up and stay, we usually stay in Mackinac City. And always make sure that we go to Audie's either for breakfast or for dinner. I ended up getting my fish and chips with fries, and this meal is so good. We did have clam chowder to go with it, but I didn't get a picture of it, but it was so good. We wanted to take a bucket back. Even the coleslaw was delicious here. So thank you so much for coming along on our trip. That's gonna end it for this week. I will be back with my What's for Dinner videos next Sunday. I will see you all then. Bye for now.